All right, so today is the 6th of October 2025. We're having our morning analysis. Better still, our weekly analysis to know what's going to happen in the market for this week. Good morning, Biodun. Good morning, Dami, and every other person on board. Now, there's been an issue of a shutdown of Lagos, I say Lagos, pardon me, the United States government since last week, and this is really impacting seriously upon the market. But then we look at important events for this week. Though the week started actually on a very, very bad note with gaps, especially on the JPY pairs. We'll see all that on the chart, some few minutes from now when we move over to the chart. But let's just quickly run through the fundamental analysis and we'll go to the charts. Good morning, Mr. Dauda. Good morning, Mr. Belu Mohammed. All right. So overnight Sunday night, there was Australian bank holiday, but then from today, Monday, well, the important event today will be the ECB President Lagarde speech, which will be 6 p.m. later today. So, as a day trader, you are not really expected to be in the market by that time. Also, by 6:30 p.m., there'll be a speech by Governor Bailey of the Bank of England. So, these are events that does not really concern us much, as day traders. But swing traders need to take note of this event. So, more or less, to the whole of today, we'll have the market go its natural course with pure technicals. Now, tomorrow, Tuesday, the key event tomorrow, really do except the IV PMI, which will come up by 3 p.m. tomorrow, and it's going to be a medium impact event. Let's take note of that. On Wednesday, the key event on Wednesday will be the FOMC meeting minutes, even though it's not really the main FOMC, but some slight volatility might be expected. Though earlier on in the night, that's Wednesday, 2 a.m. Nigerian time, there'll be official cash rate and RBNZ restatement from New Zealand. This could impact the market if you be awake to trade it. It's not really compulsory, but eventually just or you're staying outside the country and it aligns with your time zone, you may look towards this event. And on Thursday, the key event on Thursday will be unemployment claims and unemployment claims. It's appearing twice. One is tentative, the other one, has a specific time. Now that is provided the issue with the United States government has been resolved, about the shutdown about of the legal pardon me, I keep saying legals about the US government. If it has been resolved by then, well, that's events may hold. Otherwise, it may just be tentative. It happened last week when we were expecting the NFP and it was just tentative because of this issue of shutdown. And finally, on Friday, the key event on Friday as at this moment is going to be the employment change and unemployment rate from Canada. Even though NFP has been shifted to this Friday. It is if this shutdown has been lifted. If it's not lifted yet, NFP will still likely not hold. But let's just wait and see. I mean, today is still Monday. A lot can happen between now and Friday. So tentatively, the key event on Friday will be the event from Canada. Let's still hold on until for US until there's clarity as to what is happening with the US government. So Friday there'll be employment change and unemployment rate from Canada. Let us watch out for that. All right, so these are just the major events to watch out for this week. Now let me just go over to the charts and we'll look at the technicals. Now, on the technicals, the market started on a very bad note for the week. There are a lot of spikes everywhere, especially on the JPY pairs. I advise you strongly stay out. And for the dollar, the shutdown in the US government is not allowing us to get clarity. So the market really started on a very bad footing this week for currencies. I'm not finding any currency with clarity to analyze as at this moment. Now that may change in the course of the day, but as at this time we're having analysis, there's no clarity on any currency pair. However, I have a few instruments I may show us, and that will be the BTC USD and the DJ30. These are the two instruments, BTC being a crypto and DJ30, being uh, another very important instrument that we do trade. So I'm going to switch over now to BTC USD and DJ30. All right, so this is the BTC USD. Now, there was a massive spike last week. You can see BTC, this green candle there indicates the movement in the market for the whole of last week. It was a massive drive up right from this previous support zone, and price went all the way up to hit the resistance. Now, two things could happen at this point. Price, I think I should just take it straight to the daily for easier comprehension. All right, so on the daily, you can see the whole of last week, price just, made its way up. I remember I was giving the analysis to Madam Bonaji sometime last week. I was telling her that I was seeing the formation of an inverse head and shoulder. She was on a bearish trade. I said I was seeing an inverse head and price may go back down up. And that's, is exactly what happened. Now, two things could happen at this point. With this massive bullish movement last week and price hitting the resistance, if this bull run of volatility continues, price may break out above this resistance and continue going higher. Very, very possible. Though technically that's not what I'm seeing at the moment, but I'm just trying to let you know sometimes volatility and some market conditions may override a lot of things. But then on the technicals, what I'm seeing purely technical at this moment is that price is trading at a resistance level on the daily time frame. And the candle for last week closed as a rejection candle, a candle with a small body and long shadows on this resistance. So there's a possibility of, some minor reversal. Very, very possible. It's very, very possible. So price actually at a critical point where we could have a breakout and a continuation, or most importantly, we can have a bearish move. So let's just focus on the bearish one for now, based on the fact that we are seeing a rejection candle that closed last week on a resistance level. So with that in mind, we can go straight down to 4 hour. I think I have more clarity on the 1 hour time frame. All right. So this is a 1 hour time frame, and it's still information, but I'm seeing a head and shoulder, which may drive price down. How far to go down will depend on the volatility in the market. But we should be expecting a decline in BTC USD, possibly today, all things being equal. And if not today, definitely maybe in the course of the week. But generally, I hold a bearish outlook on the BTC USD. Price may still, you can see there's a wide margin between this shoulder and this, so we may still have some movement up before the breakout, or it may just break out outrightly. It all depends on market condition, but generally I'm looking out for a breakout downwards on BTC USD. So anytime price breaks out below this region, we may anticipate the bearish break on BTC. And you don't always forget our confirmation, our RSI should be clearly below 50 at that point. Then if you have RSI below 50, price breaking out below the lower trend line, then you may trigger a sell on BTC USD. So I'm bearish on BTC USD. So watch this closely today Monday. And the other one is the DJ30. DJ30 is Dow Jones. On some platforms, you have it as US30, but on our platform, it's DJ30. Now, DJ30 is an index, and it's been in an uptrend for quite some time. And I can see clearly the formation of a rising wedge pattern. Now, a rising wedge pattern is a pattern that indicates price, maybe breaking out downwards. Price has made a series of higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low. And the next wave of movement is actually supposed to be a bearish breakout. At least, if anything at all, to this trend line. Very possible. If there's a major move, that's when it will break out. But the first move should be touching the trend line at that point. So, but then other confirmations for this potential bearish movement will be the fact that we have a rejection candle. This is 4 hour time frame. We have a rejection candle that closes, and the market has been ranging since that rejection candle, indicating the potential for some bearish movement. So that rejection candle is actually a part of the higher high. Price has made a series of higher high, and that rejection candle the range. So the next wave should be at least some downtrend should come up on that instrument. And further confirmation of a possible reversal or retracement will be the fact that price also hit a psychological level. That's the 47000. All right, so we can see it right up there. We have the resistance, which is the psychological level, the trend line, the rejection candle, all pointing towards a potential reversal on DJ30. So we can move to the 1 hour and possibly the 15 minutes, but let's check the 1 hour first. Okay, I think I'll stick with 1 hour. So on the 1 hour time frame, we'll be expecting price to break out downwards, possibly in the course of today. So watch this instrument very, very closely. We are bearish on DJ30. Okay, I don't like to force the second trend line, but let's leave that out. This one trend line is okay. So in the course of today, just watch out for a breakout downwards on this instrument. Price will break out below this point. And please always confirm with your RSI below 50, for aggressive entry. If you're a conservative trader, you may want to wait for MACD, but it's not really compulsory. But if that's your style, all well and good. Otherwise, just the RSI is good enough. Once RSI breaks out below 50, that's just good enough for you to take your entry. All right, that is going to be all from analysis today. For those who join us late, the market is really, really unstable. The American government is having a shutdown, so just ignore the major currencies for now. Dollar is not stable, and the JPY PS came out, started the week with uh, a major spike, creating gaps across all pairs. So what is available in the market for now is the BTC and the DJ30. But then in the course of the day, if markets, is able to readjust itself and we see any setup, we'll definitely let you know about it. Any question? Someone is on muting the mic. Gold. Now, gold has just been in an uptrend. I would say trade with gold with a lot of caution at this point because anything can happen. You may say you want to buy with the uptrend and it comes down. You may say you want to sell and it goes back up. So gold is to be traded with caution. No clear uh, setup at the moment. Let me just show you that. So this is gold. Gold, it's trending up. It's been up. In fact, breaking all forecast levels. It was projected to hit $4,000 per ounce, possibly by next year, second quarter, which is around June. But then it's almost there now. That's gone as high as 3,926 as of this morning. Yeah, it's trading around this trend line, but to be honest, I will say trade with caution. I can't give any direct analysis on gold at the moment because it's bound to change. For the USD CHF, I found a symmetrical triangle last week. Price is still trading around it. But then, like I said, be careful with anything dollar for now, except you're already on the trade on it. Otherwise, I would just say just ignore it for now. Though it's a symmetrical triangle, if price breaks out upwards, that will be a buy. If it breaks out downwards, that will be a sell. If that works for you, all well and good. All right. So we've come to the end of the analysis. Please watch out in your WhatsApp groups or any other group you belong to. If there's any update in the market, we'll definitely let you know. Trade safe and have a wonderful week ahead. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, sir.